There are a lot of things to learn about shooting, and I can't say obviously that I'm an expert, because I'm not, but as you can see by my tagline, I am learning to shoot better. So I'm doing the best I can to share with you what I'm picking up. The first thing I want to show you is the HK P30L I'll be working with. You can see that's open. Stick my finger in here, there's nothing in the chamber. And I'm going to put a snap cap in here so I can close it up here for a second, just to show you some gripping here. The second thing is you want to be familiar with the weapon you're using. So, some basic things. Your trigger, your mag release is down here on an HK. There's your hammer. And then for the HK P30L, the hammer's decocker is right there on the side. You see it right here. Okay? So, proper grip is you want to make sure that the mouth of your hand goes all the way in the back of this beaver tail. As deep as you can, as high as you can, so you're very comfortable. I like to take the trigger guard and help push into the back of it. My finger is not on the trigger. Never on the trigger until I'm ready to pull and destroy whatever's in front of it. 2 is I wrap my left hand, or my weak hand if you're lefty, and I wrap all 4 fingers around those 3, and I seat the palm of my hand into this empty space here. And I wrap those 4 in there, and I push my thumbs forward, and I squeeze, in my opinion, I squeeze more my left hand than my right hand. Many different ways to shoot, many different ways of gripping, stances, and all that. This is my way. This is what I'm comfortable with. I've changed too many times to share all those things in one sitting with you. But I'm going to put my hands up against here and squeeze and push out and present. Now, both thumbs are forward, but also my index finger here is aligned with my thumb. My thumb and my index finger are going as far down the bore axis on the same side. Okay? So, what I like to do second is to load up some magazines. Got some HK P30L magazines, my mag uplift. It won't take me too long. I'm going to do 2 magazines, 5 rounds each. And what we're going to do is we're going to just do a group on some paper. It's about 30 feet out on an 8.5, 11-page paper. It's basically like an NRA small bore, maybe pistol or 22 rifle page. And the circles you'll see are 2 inches in black. And I'm going to direct you towards a 2-inch center black shot and zoom you in. We'll do that first for the first 5 rounds, and then we're going to do it again, but you'll be focused in on my hands for those 5. So let me just tilt you in here. Let me zoom in a little tighter, and let me try and get this a little more level for you as well. There we go. Okay, so I have my eyes on, put my ears on, safety first, and all is clear on the range. No one is here except for me, which is why I can take the time to do this. I'm going to load up 5 rounds. First shot will be in double action. The subsequent 4 shots will be in single action, and you'll be keeping an eye on the bullseye. And that was way high to start. Bad start. There we go. And then kicking back up again. I'm not settling into my sight picture. My sight picture should be the front sight aligned in between the 2 rear sights, and focusing on the front sight the whole time, not really paying attention to the 2 rear or the target, and instead I was paying attention to the rear ones there. There we go, a little better. Okay, so not my best group, that's for sure, but you get an idea of what I'm shooting at 30 feet. And we'll return to my hands here, so you can watch my hands. You have to forgive me, my camera is balancing on the other box of 9mm here to get me some height. Okay, I'm going to put another mag in double action and try and make some room here so you can watch my hand. Let me just squat down a little bit so you can see better. That was way too long of a double action press. Okay, so that's some basic grip, trigger squeeze, and obviously some crummy shooting there for you. But you can see that everything has to do with trigger control and grip. If you're not gripping it right, you can't hold it during the duration of the kick and the slide going back and then forward again. And if you're not squeezing slow and steady, you're not going to get a consistent group as to where the muzzle is pointing in the first place. So, as I showed before, having a snap cap is very helpful. Just working on your trigger squeeze. You could see before that my trigger squeeze on my double action was way too long. I was creeping it and breaking at times rather than having a smooth double action. And that was my fault, obviously, not the gun's fault. But what we'll do is we will grab some ammo from here and we will run another 5 down there, and we'll aim for the top center circle this time. And I'll give you 5 rounds on my hands first, and then we'll do another 5 focusing in on the top center circle. Okay, we're almost set. And since I'm taking some time, if you haven't checked out, again, I don't work for them, not a moderator, I'm just a fan. If you want to learn some good techniques and hear some good people talk about pistol handling and skills and find out where good classes are and good teachers are, I would definitely go to pistoltraining.com and hkpro.com. Pistol Training has a hyphen in between pistol and training. They're both great sites. Anything that you see me doing right, you can pretty much attribute to them. Anything I'm doing wrong, just blame me. Okay, so we're going to go to the top center circle and back up a little bit here. I have to go down a little bit lower on my stance so I can allow you to see it. I'm going to go double action first again. That's a better double action pull. Got a flyer there. Okay. Again, not my best shooting because it's not actually the stance I want to be in. I was in a very low stance to get the camera in angle. Normally when I stand, I'm staying at this height. So I had to drop down a good foot or 6 inches or so lower. Normally I'd be shooting about here, and then you really can't see my hands as well unless I'm way back away from the camera. So let me just show you how poor it was. Let's see that top and that center was really bad. And now that I'm comfortable that you've seen my mistakes, And you see my hands. Let me go to the bottom circle with another 5, standing comfortably for me. Okay, again, double action, then single action 4 after. Waited way too long for that one. Settle back down. Okay. So you can see, other than that one shot that I waited way too long on it, you can see that the other 4 shots, out of those 4 shots, 3 of them were in the same hole, and 1 was just outside the center of the bullseye. So that's a good group. What the heck that was in the upper hand left hand side of that 5, that's a good group. Actually, I do know what it was. The lack of concentration. So that's me learning to shoot better. Obviously got a lot of work to do, but thanks for watching, and I hope I'm helping. Take care.